Hello, beautiful people. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Honest Am here, the creator and writer of the Honestly Sis newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared towards millennials who are truly trying to get their shit together. And I am here for another daily motivational video where we use the tarot to become alchemists of the life and teach us how to become spiritual beings. A little bit about me. I do not just use the tarot. I use God and cusses in the same sentence, and I may mispronounce some things. If it does not stop showing me to God, it will not stop me. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I'm going to try not to run my mouth too much today. Age number 29. Dear God, guardian angels, and ancestors, what information do you deem worthy for us to hear at this time? Please deliver these messages to me and through me, allowing no room for doubt or confusion in me or the viewer mind. Alright, so we actually have quite a few cards come out. The first card is patience. The second card is dreams. The next card is channel, and the last thing is signs. Oh my God, this is kind of beautiful. I feel like right away God is asking us to please be patient. As we are working towards our dreams. God is saying that the signs that you have been seeing, he's validating it. He's saying that they are true. He's saying that that's okay. So let me slow it down. Patient, dreams, channel, signs. The first card says, be patient, allow destiny to unfold on its own pace. The next card says dreams. The universe speaks to you through your dreams. Channel. You are a channel through which healing energy reaches the world. And last but not least, the universe has been gently guiding you, nudging you forward by revealing you signs and synchronicities. And so this message overall, what I get right away is that God is asking you to be patient as he works with you as he help you bring your dreams about. I feel like you have been getting a lot of signs and synchronicities. Maybe you have been having dreams and visions about certain things occurring in your life, and it makes you get really excited. And there's a part of you that is like kind of anxious about it, and you're kind of wondering like, well, when is this going to happen? Is it actually going to happen? And it's like, it is going to happen. But we have to realize that the reason why God gives us these signs and these synchronicities is not for us to then become hell-bent or become super, focused on when it's going to happen, but it's just to give us a nudge and to just let us know that we're on the right path and to keep going. And so I really feel like the guidance here and what I personally have been working on is just like living life, being in the present, like not worrying about when this big ass dream is going to happen, but just like really realizing that, though I want to be a New York Times bestseller, though it's very important for me for my book to do very well, I also realized that my book is just one part of my life. Like I was looking at this is very random, but I was like looking on IG and like, how, cause I had told y'all I just found this writing group. And like, we was exchanging IG information, and like I was looking at everybody IG page, and like, they showed them traveling or, doing stuff with friends. And I was like looking at my page, and like all it was just like honestly sis stuff. And I realized it's because I have been so like, that's all I've been focused on for like the last 5 years to the point that I wasn't even living my life for real. Like I was just so focused on realizing that dream and getting so like having my feelings hurt when it didn't really happen that year and being like, oh, well, God is toying with me, until I realized that it's not about waiting for this thing to occur in my life, but to really live my life like as I'm working towards my dream. Like I realized it's just like when you are in a relationship, like if your relationship is the only thing that brings you joy, like it's going to be hard to keep that relationship up because everything depends on that relationship surviving. And so I realized like, oh, like this is just a part of my life, but there's still things that I want to, there's still places that I want to travel. There's still, just things I want to see, events I want to go to. So it's like, I just realized like, okay, I just got to get out of this mode of like, finish it. And like, remember, I gotta live. I'm a whole ass human. And I feel like God is saying like, when you get into that place and realize like, You don't have to do anything to earn abundance. And it's just, you just get that. It's just the natural result of your internal work. And when you realize that like you are just a natural channel, and that those dreams that you want is really God's, the dreams that you want is something that God wants as well, because he's using our dreams to channel healing into the world, to bring certain, gifts and ideas to help spark, love back into the world. And so what God is saying is that, yeah, he's telling you two things. Yes, I have been giving you signs and synchronicities, that everything that I have been placing on your heart that is going to happen, like, yes, that this is a sign that it's going to happen. But he's also saying, like, I need you to be patient, because it's not just about you. Like, yes, it's important. I'm hearing you. I want your dreams to come true, but it's so much bigger than you. Angel number 545. Angel number 545. I'm hearing that song. It's so much bigger than you. I'm getting back on my path. A little bit of bitch back a path. With the math. Who are you? You must be bulletproof. I'm hearing that. This shit bigger than you. This shit bigger than you. It's bigger than you. You gotta realize that. So that's why God is saying, have patience and know that everything is gonna work out in divine timing. But God, clarify this message of patient dreams, channel, and signs. What information do you deem worthy for us to hear? Okay. All right, go ahead and just let these messages out. What do you deem worthy? Okay. And what's this card for signs? Okay, I'm not taking all of that, so you got to do it again. What is the card for signs? What is the card for signs? What is the card for signs? One card, please. Just one. No. What do you keep doing? Okay, thank you. All right. I will take that. All right. Underneath the deck, 9 of Pentacles. I love this. 9 of Pentacles. I don't know, for some reason, angel number 645. What this just giving me is like, we're just in this stage where we're cultivating our garden. We're just getting we're literally, it's like the work that we are doing right now is literally like we're planting money trees in our backyard. Like, that's the energy that I'm getting. Like, all of this work that you're doing is just like you're planting a money tree. Like, in a couple of days, in a couple of years, you're going to be able to just come up, scoop that shit right on up. Angel number 1717. All right. Oh, see, yes. See, God, yes. Okay. Be patient, allow destiny to unfold. What came out is the Hangman. So again, you've been in this position where you feel like, I'm in this standstill. Things ain't happening fast. Things ain't, this ain't working out for me. But one thing I love about and I'm like really starting to fall in love with this deck, the Modern Witch Tarot. Like, angel number 745. I'm really starting to fall in love with this card, because the Hangman is God asking us to, as long as he's telling us to be patient, he's also asking you to be patient and change your perspective on the situation. Like, instead of feeling like, instead of feeling like life is working against you, or God is not, God don't have your back, you need to start looking as though everything is working out in your favor. Like, every single thing. Like, say for example, the other day I was, I forgot where I was going, but I was driving on 94, and mind you, this has happened twice. The first time it happened, I was like not really paying attention, and I ended up getting stuck in traffic. But it wasn't the same day. Like, it's just different days. But this same scenario happened. And so the first time I was like mad, I was in my feelings, and then I ended up getting stuck in traffic, right? This day I'm like feeling good. I'm floaty. I'm not taking I'm not in a rush. I'm just chilling. And so I'm driving down the freeway, and I see, I start to see like traffic is backed up. And so I was able to get off of the exit in time before I end up getting into like this parking lot style traffic. And so like, I'm just getting off the freeway, and again, I just get on the street. I'm just driving. I don't have a care in the world, even though because I'm not from the east side of Detroit. And so sometimes I get kind of confused about like where I'm going. And so like, I didn't even pull out my GPS. Like, I'm just driving. And so I'm driving. And I finally, get on the path that I know how to get back home. And I'm driving, and then I looked over, and it's a Cinnabon truck. And I was just like, oh, thank you, God. Like, I really was like, oh, wow. Like, thanks, God. Like, it felt like a reward for not being so mad that I was inconvenienced. It's like learning how to look at your inconveniences differently. Another example of this was yesterday I went to this yoga class at night, and it was like 7:30, and mind you, in Detroit it is so fucking dark at that time, and like you really don't want to leave your house at like 7:30 at night. And so it was like I had this date with my neighbor, so I'm like, okay, I have to go do this yoga date, but I really didn't want to do it. But like she had texted me like, are we still on? So I was like, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna go. So I go on the yoga thing. Of course, it ended up being an amazing yoga class. I was able to reconnect with the teacher again. Amazing experience, right? And at the end, this lady was just like, oh, I made homemade cannolis. And I was just like, oh my God. And I understand, y'all, the theme is like food. But it was just like, I really look at every time, like, I just look like everything is like happening in my favor. Like, I just be like, wow, like that's just so amazing. Like, look, and the reason why I was so happy about the cannolis is because I've been watching The White Lotus, and like they were like, it was this ongoing thing about how they had cannolis for breakfast and shit. And so it was like, it felt like the universe, like, oh yeah, since you came here, you actually showed up for yourself, you showed up for your friend, I'm gonna gift you with these cannolis. And so it's like, when things are being inconvenienced, like when you find yourself in this place where you feel like you're at a standstill and things aren't moving fast enough, are you able to change your perspective? Because if you're able to change your perspective, look at that, I turned that card upside down. When you're able to change your perspective, you'll have enlightenment, and then you're not hanging upside down. Instead, you're in a tree stand, and the tree stand is a grounded pose. You're confident, you're grounded, you're ready to go. And so that's why God is saying, have patience. Like, look at the reason, like not even like look at the reason, but it's like you just have to understand, like, things are happening. It's just that they not gonna happen as fast as you want it to happen. And so you have to realize that there's a big ass world, and that if you don't have something that you want, that it's not because you're not doing the right things. It's not because you're a bad person, but maybe it's because you need to change your perspective, or maybe it's because you need to work on loving yourself more, or loving or putting attention on another area of your life. I just feel like God is saying, instead of focusing on a negative, you need to focus on a positive and change your perspective. Really quickly, for dreams, will coming out as the 5 of Wands, and I just feel like God is saying you're fighting for your dreams. You feel like you are it's like you feel like you have to fight against, it's like chaos when it comes to your dreams. But what God is saying is that it don't have to be that hard. Like, I feel like this, even though it's like it feels like a lot of people here, for me it feels like what God is saying is you are making it difficult. Like, you're making this become a struggle, and it doesn't even have to be. It's like changing your perspective. To me, I feel like it's like you're this person in this white, and it's like you're trying to get everybody to get on your page and to believe in your dreams. And like, your dreams are not for everybody. Your dreams are for you. And so God is saying, like, maybe the reason why, your dreams are not coming across so quickly because you have all of this chaos and this conflict in your life. And so God is asking you, like, clean it up. Clean up the chaos and conflict so that you can be able to, move on towards your dreams. Okay? This card, the channel, what came out is the 4 of Cups. And this is so funny. This is the second time this card came out. But it actually came out reverses, because I feel like what God is saying is that if you take the advice of his reading of, changing your perspective, learning to be patient, realizing that your dreams are only for you, and stop trying to get everybody on your same board, on your page. So leaving the conflict behind, learning that you're a channel of God, then it feels like you'll easily take this cup. You won't be in this energy of over it anymore. That's why I came out reverse, because you'll be like, oh, you know what? Everything is working out in my favor. And so you'll be able to see another way of looking at things, because this is what this card symbolized. She literally, to me, what it feels like is that she's been, waiting for a phone call to see how she's going to get this 4th cup, right? And she's been waiting and waiting and waiting. And at this point, she's over it. Her hands crossed. She closed to the universe. She don't, she's mad because the phone call is not coming in. Angel number 1414. And what God is saying is that maybe it's not a phone call that you need to look for. And maybe, that's what it is. you're looking to be saved. You're looking to be saved, and God is saying, I'm about to show you how to save your damn self. You're looking for people to come save you, people to come in, white knight, convince, all of this other stuff. But God is saying, I'm trying to teach you how to do this on your own. I'm trying to teach you how to save yourself. That's why your hands, this is literally a cloud, a hand coming out of a cloud. It's like, I'm trying to give you divine insight on how to save yourself, on how to get yourself out this world, how to get yourself out of this chaos. But if you're not willing to change your perspective, then you're never going to be able to get it. Okay? Underneath this is sign of synchronicities, and it's the 8 of Pentacles. And so that's what God is saying. I feel like this is just confirmation, like all that work that you've been doing, you've been getting those signs and synchronicities that work is paying off for you. And God is saying to just trust that it is going to pay off in the long run. I'm actually going to go ahead and get a really quick, that's a tool that we can use. What is a tool that we can use to understand this message? Message. Why I say it like that? Angel number 1434. Dear God, guardian angels, and ancestors, clarify this message of patience, dreams, channel, and signs. Why are you asking us to change our mindset? Why are you asking us to stop feeling like the world is against us and just to trust that you have our back? Why are you asking us to reach out, to trust the divine and trust that we are a channel of God? Or just clarify this message of patience, dreams, channel, and signs with the 5 of Wands, the Hanged One, 4 Cups reverse, 8 of Pentacles, and 9 of Pentacles. And now no room for doubt or confusion. Angel number 333, the angels are among us. Give us one card. One card, please. Yes, God wanted me to do these messages today. One card, please. What do you want us to know, God? All right. 2 cards came out because that's how he is rolling today. 2 cards. I can get my attention to positive aspects, and I can't tell stories of shortages and abundance. This is actually really, really beautiful. And this is all about our mindset. This is all about our mindset and our thoughts. I always tell you guys, if you've been on this channel any amount of time, you know what I'm about to say. Our creation happens in 3 steps. It first happens in the thought that you think, the words that you speak, and then the actions that you take. And so what God is saying here is that we need to get a hold of our mindset. We need to get a hold. Remember, going right back to this patience, going right back to this hangman. He's asking us to change our perspective. And so I feel like for a lot of you guys, this message is coming about with this 5 of Wands, with that conflict, is a lot of you guys have very, very negative thinking. And I feel like you're surrounded by people who have negative thinking. And so when you're trying to, it's like, okay, I feel like I'm going to be honest. I feel like you're the type of person that you're the only dreamer in your crew, right? I feel like you're the only one that actually is working towards something. And it's like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to give you a really good example. You know what? I'm gonna do a dinner party, and I want to make it a marijuana dinner party. And then one of your friends are like, oh no, girl, because my friend did that, and everybody got sick, and it was a mess. And somebody else chimed in, yeah, girl, and my other girl, she did it. Just, do you know you can go to jail for that if your guests if somebody get arrested. And oh yeah, I had a case, like all of this negative ass thinking. Angel number 1811, because all you said was, I want to host a dinner party. Now all of a sudden everybody got all these negative things to say, and because they have these negative things to say, and because it's just really a baby idea that you're thinking about, now you're questioning yourself. Now you're like, I don't even know if I got it. I don't even think that I can do it. And so that's why God is saying is that you need to get out of and then it's saying patient. And so it's like, I feel like for some reason, I feel like it's like you've been working on this for a while, and like there's naysayers around you, or it's like people like how they be acting to me. Oh, are you still working on that little book? It's like, everybody who say that, it's like, bitch, wait until this little book hit this motherfucking world. Like, your fucking jaw is gonna be on the ground, and then it's gonna be like, damn, I can't get away from Amber, little book. Anyways. Angel number 1848. So anyways, I just feel like that's what it is. It's like, You have people around you that's just like, oh, who does she think she is, or what does she think she doing? And what God is saying is like, you need to block that out. Stop worrying about other people. Like, get out of that and know that the universe speaks to you through your dreams. So if your mind can, I literally just posted this on my IG. If your mind can conceive it, you can achieve it. Angel number 1931. And so that's why God is saying, like, you have to, honestly, I feel like this is also a message about you changing your environment and like, yeah. I just feel like the people that you're around is keeping you in this negative energy. And so that's why God is saying, like, you need to change your perspective. And I feel like maybe the perspective change is, okay, I need to like not be around these people anymore so that I can work towards my dreams, so that I maybe you do need to spend some time, alone, cultivating your garden, setting better boundaries so that you can, bring this wealth to you. So yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and read this really quickly. Angel number 2020. Things are coming into your experience in response to your vibration. Your vibration is offered because of the thoughts you are thinking. And you can tell by the way you feel what kind of thoughts you are thinking. Find good feeling thoughts and good feeling manifestations must follow. Make a decision to look for the best feeling aspects of whatever you just give your attention to, and otherwise look only for good feeling things to give your attention to, and your life will become one of increasingly good feeling aspects. For some reason, when I was reading that card, for me, it was making me realize like I was approaching everything with this energy of like, please get me, please understand me, please like me. And I feel like when you have that type of energy, it's because it's really like I'm seeking external validation, right? It's like, that's what I really want. I want people to be like, oh my God, Amber, you're amazing. You're great. This is the best book I ever read. And so I felt like because I was like seeking that, it was because I was seeking it because there was a little part of me that didn't believe. And because there was a little part of me that didn't believe, what's going to happen is that the universe is really going to highlight not the validation that I'm seeking, but the part of me that I really don't believe. And so when I had gotten to this writers group, I do feel like, some of the women in the group were like, a little combative. I'm not gonna say they were like mean to me, but it was just like the way that they gave their feedback, it was really harsh to me, and then it created like some of this conflict within me. But I realized now from doing this reading that it was probably coming about because I was going into it like my worst fear was, okay, they're gonna look at me like a fraud, or they're gonna think I'm not a real writer, or I really want them to understand me and I want them to get me. And so it's like I was going in it for that validation still, and it's like, because it's like I'm still in that low vibration energy, like love me, pick me, understand me. And so it's like I feel like now I have to know that I am the power source. I am the only one that can tell what if my story is going right or wrong. Yes, it's great to have feedback, and that's why I had to understand, because I got my feelings hurt, because to me it just felt like the woman was kind of dismissing. Like I was very honest about, I've been working on my book for 7 years, and she had made a comment like, well, maybe you should read some first chapters of books. And it's like, bitch, I've been reading books since I was a kid, so it was just like the feedback, like I didn't like that feedback, and it really made me question, like, what the fuck? Like, do I have it? Do I got it? It made me like look at my book and make me feel like, okay, I'm never going to finish this. But then it's like, who is she? It's like, this is what we have to realize. Because of our insecurities, right? The world brings us mirrors to highlight our insecurities so that we can deal with these issues. It's not like the universe is giving it to us because we're a bad person. And so I needed to have that experience, because I'm like, I've been working on my book for 7 years. I've been living with these characters. I've been doing all this stuff. And I know this girl for what? 2 fucking weekends, and now all of a sudden I'm allowing her to make me question all of the work that I put in. And it's like, again, I realize I'm like, as soon as I get into these group dynamics, I give my power away and I become this little people pleaser girl that just like, oh, please get me, please understand me. And I realize like I have to stop that, because that energy is attracting actually all of this negative ass chaos. Like, you know, like you think that you're going into it being the, you know, being the people pleaser, but really what you're doing is you're leaving yourself open to attack. You're allowing yourself to be vulnerable to like just negativity. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I really have to dig deeper in that, but I realize like, it's like, I feel like this message is about like not giving our power away and realizing that we are the ones that are the authority figure of whether something is going to work or not. I feel like that's why God is saying have the patience. Like a big reason why some of our dreams or some of the things are not happening is because, for one, you haven't finished. Amber, I'm talking to you, bitch. Talking to myself. You haven't finished your book, so why are you even worried about, you know, are people going to see you great and all of this stuff? It's like, finish it. Finish it, and then have these, you know, then have the judgments. Like finish it, edit it, submit it, and then if you can't get an agent, then you can have this pity party and all of this stuff. But it's like you having this pity party and you ain't even done yet. And that's a message to a lot of you guys. You guys are over here trying to predict the outcome and you haven't even taken the first step. You up here trying to find your main audience and find your followers when you don't even know what type of product you're going to have. And so that's what God is saying, is like, you have to actually do the work to like plant this idea and put this seed into your mind and be patient and allow it to grow and only nurture it in positive aspects. Like, okay, I can't tell stories of shortages and experience abundance. Continuing to tell stories of shortages only continues to contradict your desires for abundance. And you cannot have it both ways. You cannot focus upon unwanted and receive wanted. I can't focus upon nobody's going to get me, nobody's going to understand me, I'm so weird, I'm so out there, and then think that I'm going to be met with people who are going to see me and understand me. You see what I'm saying? It goes back to that example of I'm going into a situation being like, I'm weird, nobody's going to understand me, please, I hope they understand me. And then I meet that situation, and instead of it mirroring back my hopes and dreams, is mirroring back the negative. But of course it's going to mirror back the negative because I'm focused on the negative. And so that's why God is saying we have to do all of this internal work to believe in ourselves, give ourselves internal validation, so that when we go out in the world facing our dreams, when we do meet conflict, we can still stay in ourselves. You see this person, she has all white on, she has a mask on. It's like to me, it's like, yeah, she's in conflict, but she's not like the other women. She's not dressed in black. It's like she still can be herself. And then she still can be herself. And so that's why God is saying, that's why God is saying, if you can have that attitude of, okay, yeah, I had this experience, it really didn't give what I wanted to give. So instead of being mad at the world, instead of having this outward conflict, I'm going to go within myself. I'm going to change my perspective. I'm going to look at this thing differently. I'm going to focus on the positive, and I'm going to focus and choose to believe that God only wants the best of me. God is using me as a channel. And when you look at it that way, then you can get that divine insight that you have been looking for, and it will help you on your road to realizing your dreams. And you can put that into your work. Yeah. I'm going to finish this card. You cannot focus upon unwanted and achieve wanted. You cannot focus upon stories about money that makes you feel uncomfortable and allow into your experience what makes you feel comfortable. A different story will bring a different result. My thoughts are the basis for the attraction of all the things that I consider to be good, which includes enough money and health for my comfort and joy. And so this is what this message is all about. God is saying is that we have to change our mindset. We have to know that when things are not happening the way that we want it to happen, that it's not something going on with the outside world, but it's really some internal work that we need to do within ourselves. Okay? All right. Angel number 28. I'm going to give you guys a namaste blessing to end this message. Dear God, guardian angels, and ancestors, can I clarify this message? And look at this. I can follow the trail of good feeling thoughts. And this is why God is saying, if you focus on the positive aspect, it says you can always know how good your life is going. Find good feeling thoughts, you get good feeling manifestations. This is how this card ends. And then God is literally saying, I can follow the trail of good feeling thoughts. And so that's why God is saying, a lot of people are like, well, I don't realize the road. I don't know how to make my dreams come true. I don't know how to do this. And it's like God is saying, you don't have to know how to do it. All you have to do is focus on the positive aspects. Learn how to sync up with your feelings. Learn how to trust your feelings. Know that you are a channeling God, trusting those signs, knowing that God are speaking to you through your dreams. Have the patience to actually try to listen to this insight. And when you do that, all of your dreams will be able to effortlessly come to you because you're following your heart's desire. What God is saying is, as long as you follow your heart's desires, focus on the positive aspects, don't contradict yourself, then you can have anything you desire. Okay. All right. Last message, God. Clarify this message of patience, dreams, channels, signs. The Hang One, 5 of Wands, 4 of Cups reversed with the 8 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. Progress. Also, we have the 8 and the 9 out here. So God is saying all that hard work is going to lead to your abundance. God, why is this so important? No, God, why is it so important for us to focus on positive aspects? Why is it so important for us to stop focusing on telling stories of shortages? And why is it so important for us to focus on good feeling thoughts? All right, God. All right, so we got 3 blessings, a blessed idea. An idea manifests its endless blessing, but you must act to bring the idea to life. I talked about this. This is what this message all been about. The time is right. Know that the world is full of ideas floating around aimlessly until someone notice and breathe life into them. This is your time to shine. Have faith. So what God is saying is that if you trust, if you believe, if you just put your head down and do the work, that blessed idea is going to pay off. That reminds me of my book. Thank you, God. A blessing woven in truth. Have the courage to speak your truth, and a heavy burden will be lifted. It is best that everyone involved know where they stand. The truth will set you and others free. This is a blessing for all concerned, but for most of all, for you. This makes me think about this 5 of Wands card, about conflict. I feel like a lot of times we can end up in conflict just because we're trying to be people pleasers or because we don't want to rock the boat. But sometimes the boat just need to be rocked. And sometimes once you just speak the truth, it'll stop all this bickering and conflict. So if that may be just for 1 or 2 of you guys. If you do feel like, it's just been a lot of conflict in your life and you have been a peacemaker, or you've been trying to do everything to, keep the peace, God may be saying that it's time for you to speak the truth, and maybe some of these arguments can go away. Last thing, a blessing of acceptance. Every part of you is worthy of love. Accept yourself as you are, and this will be a blessing unto yourself and others. If you wish to see the truth of the matter, hold no preference neither for nor against a particular outcome. Just be the love that you truly are. And this takes me back to this card right here. Of this 4 of Cups, but it came out reverse, and I feel like it's coming out reverse because God is saying you need to just accept your life for where it is. Maybe you're like me and you're in this place where you're like, I don't have a whole lot of friends, or it feels like I'm not mixing, I'm not doing everything, but God is just saying like, God is just saying that, this is just a moment in time. If you could just see this as a moment in time, if you could just change your perspective, if you can find a way to look at the positive aspect, you will come out of this way more quickly. The last and final message is a blessed heart. If you feel something is missing, look within and you will find it. What is your heart saying? Your heart is the gateway to your soul, and your soul is the eternal you. Know that you are blessed and free. And this takes me to this message of the Hang One. I feel like a lot of you guys have been just in this place of where you're not really happy with life. You feel like your life has been stagnant. You feel like things haven't been happening the way that you want it. And I feel like that things haven't been happening the way you want it is because God is urging you to take a pause, to go inward and listen to your heart. All right, y'all. That is all the messages I have for you. Angel number 3327. If you made it to the end of this message, please give me a thumbs up. If you made it to the end of this message, you are not subscribed. What are you waiting for? Until we meet again, dream those dreams. Never let the internet rush you, and never, ever, ever let someone tell you what you cannot do. Namaste. Bye.